Good morning, children. As we have been studying chapter 10, that is history, about the reign of Kanishka. In this sequence, we shall study now about the religion of that time. So, let's get started. Hinduism and Buddhism were popular in this period. Buddhism was divided into two sects, Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana was the old and simple form of Buddhism. Mahayana was the new variant with many rituals and ceremonials. Kanishka was responsible for the reformed school of Mahayana Buddhism. He sent missionaries who traveled long distances through the Silk Road. They spread Buddhism in Central Asia and China. Despite being a pure Buddhist, Kanishka was tolerant towards other religions. He supported and allowed them to exist. Many other rulers accepted Hinduism and became worshippers of the Lord Vishnu or Lord Shiva. Shakas or Scythians. The Sakas were a nomadic people from Central Asia. They defeated the Indo-Greeks and came to the power in Hindu Kush mountains in the first century CE. They settled down in western India and gradually spread all over the region. Rudradaman first was the more powerful Shaka ruler. He annexed Gujarat, Sindh, Saurashtra and North Konkan. His capital was Ujjain. Rudradaman first used titles like Maharaja and Maharaja Dhiraj. He was in conflict with the Kushanas in the north and the Satavahanas in the Deccan. During the Shaka rule, the satrap system of government was introduced. Under this system of government system, the empire was divided into provinces. Each province was ruled by a military commander who was called a satrap. These commanders were independent rulers of their provinces. Some even issued their own coins. Impact of foreign invasions. Following foreign invasions, the Indian subcontinent came in close contact with Central Asia and the outside world. It triggered a flow of composite culture. One major impact of these inventions was the advent of a fresh wave of art styles and sculptures. As a result, the Gandhara school of art, reflecting the Greco-Roman impact, flourished under the patronage of prominent rulers of this period like Kanishka. Secondly, the Indo-Greeks, the Shakas, the Parthians, and the Kushanas lost their distinct identities and became Indians. Most of them were assimilated into Indian society as members of the warrior class. Contacts with Central Asia brought about changes in the technique of coin making. Subsequently, the punch-smart coins were replaced by coins containing legends and graphical representations of rulers who issued them. The spread of Buddhism under the royal patronage of Maurya spread outside the Magdhas kingdom from east to west. Ashoka sent missionaries to far off places through the royal highway built during that period. It connected Indian territories like Patliputra, Mathura, and Takshila with Central Asia, China, Iraq, and Rome. In northwest India, Takshila was an established religious center. Religious preachers spread the teaching of the Buddha up to Gandhara and then to Central Asia. Afghanistan became an important center of Buddhism. Various monasteries, stupas, and colossal statues of the Buddha are testimony to the importance of Buddhism. The region of Bactria and Gandhara also came under Buddhist influence. Emperor Kanishka set up two religious centers at Gandhara and Mathura and sent missionaries to China, Tibet, Korea, Japan, and other distant places. These missionaries introduced Mahayana Buddhism abroad. For the spread of Buddhism to Central Asia and China, the Silk Road acted as the main artery. Pilgrims and missionaries from India traveled to China and Central Asia through this route. Emperor Kanishka sent Kumarjiva, a monk, to China to spread Buddhism. The accounts left by the ancient travelers provided valuable evidence on Buddhism. Some of the Chinese pilgrims who came to India were Faiyang, Wenshan, and Aishin. They recorded their experiences in their travelogues. During the reign of Kanishka, Mahayana Buddhism came to prominence. During the reign of Harshvardhana, there was a regular exchange of pilgrims between India and China. Buddhism also spread to the countries of Southeast Asia. In order to spread Buddhism, Ashoka sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghmitra to Sri Lanka. Ashoka also sent his officials to Java, Sumatra, Vietnam, Thailand, and Cambodia to preach Buddhist ideas. The great stupa at Borobudur in Java is dedicated to the Buddha. The strong Buddhist influence results in many changes in these foreign lands. Today, Buddhism is a popular religion in Central and Southeast Asia. In this way, we have finished this video. We shall discuss the next in the next video. Till then, goodbye.